What's going on, guys? Daniel Chipman here from the SUBIESICKNESS, and in this episode I'm swapping out the old steering wheel for something a bit better, but still in my budget. I'm building a 600 wheel horsepower WRX right now. Shit ain't cheap. I'll leave a link to the build process in the description. It was pretty hard to get this wheel in there, but with that being said, if I get 1,000 likes on this video, I'll go out and get a direct drive wheel and do another install video. Now let's get to it. I bought this thing years ago when it first came out, and it's been through some waiting periods of moving and stuff, and I haven't used it in forever. And I pulled it out to mod it into the system. So this is a WRX steering stem, and then I lengthened all the cables and put a little wire in there that coils up. She no longer wants to shift, and it's not the stuff that I built. What I ended up having to do is extending the wires to my center console of the shifter, because I extended where the shifter contacts were. I made my own shift box for a sequential gear shifter, and now all of a sudden it doesn't want to shift anymore. It's not my rig setup, because I took apart another steering wheel, plugged it in, and it works. So, and unfortunately that steering wheel is too small, and which leads me to this. Decided to get a Logitech G27. It's really nice. I really like it. Comes with a clutch and an H pattern shifter, so I don't have to do any of this stuff. Alright, so I've scoured the house for different bits and pieces I can get the steering wheel on here with, and I've been playing with different distances from this, and I cut this off of the shock tower, the front shocks, just, you know, to make it look a little bit better. I don't need those things, they're really freaking rusty and nasty. So that's how that's going to be. This is going to coil up inside there. And then, so it's kind of hard because I'm trying to find something that fits in there, or maybe have, you know, a bolt go through it, but didn't work, and I don't have anything laying around. And then I realized Mr. Zenon from the Car Guy Garage sent me out an awesome shift knob, which is stored away right now because I want it to be nice and pretty when I'm done. I'll pull it out real quick. Look at that shit. Alright, so he sent me out the shift knob, but he also sent me a bolt that spaces it out so I can use my reverse lockout. The reverse lockout works without the bolt, so I'm just gonna use this bolt. Thank you, Zenon, and check it out. It fits so good in there. It's so snug I have to put it on this, and then I can get it in there. Yeah, there it goes, nice and snug. So then I push that in there, take this out, and then it just threads right on there. Went ahead and cut out a plate, drilled a hole, and I even tapped it just so I could hold this plate in place while I drill out these holes here to hold it in. So that's where I'm at. This will come off, then I'll have 3 little holes holding this plate in. Then I will put the nut back inside there, and then I'll put a nut on the stem to push against this plate, and then I'll tighten it all down. So that's how it's gonna go. The camera died yet again. I need to get a few extra batteries, but
The old steering wheel base didn't fit the same. This was mounted a different way, and this was a different diameter. So what I did is I cut up some of my medical supplies that I used to use to take a shower because I couldn't stand up because I was in a very serious motorcycle crash. Broken leg, broken pelvis, broken wrist, broken shoulder, broken arm. Anyways, so I made a little adapter. This pipe changes diameter, so it's thicker in the inside, and then it fit right over here with this rubber grommet. I still have to take it apart and bring this wire out the back and then attach it to this wire here, and that goes all the way into this steering wheel area, and figure out a mounting spot for this. This is just temporary, but this is going to be solidified. It's starting to look good, man. I really starting to like it. It was a little difficult to, you know, to get everything to function properly, but we got this kind of all situated. I got 3 holes drilled, so these screws can go into it to hold this base solid. So then it has something solid to mount up to, so it's not wobbly. So that took all day to figure out yesterday. Just going through all my old WRX parts and stuff. Like I said, I'm not trying to spend too much money on this build. And I know I've already purchased a few things, but it'll be worth it. So stay tuned. Alright, so basically I got to get these wires out of this clip, but first I'm going to take a picture of it just so I know for reference, and then we're going to get to it. Greasing up the gears a bit. This is like an older wheel, so might as well since I'm in here. Now I just gotta figure out the pin out for this clip, and then I'm gonna throw this on, and then I'm gonna heat shrink everything, and then I've got to take everything out of this clip and then throw some connectors in there and add 1 wire to the other base. Would you look at that? Looks so nice. Ooh, I can't wait to rip it. Alright, everything's plugged in. It's all wired up. I'm gonna center the wheel and mount it to the stem and give her a good rip. So stay tuned. Alright, so to kind of explain this adapter to you a little bit, this is part of this shower bench. This is bar end side view mirrors or rear view mirrors for a street bike. And this is just to clamp down this because this is inside there. This is to hold this center. Infinite adjustability. So if the wheel goes off center, I can just go ahead and loosen this off, adjust it, put it back to center, tighten it back down. how a shifter works. It could be a wiring issue, it could be, I know it all worked before I hooked it up, so.
Alright guys, that does it for this episode. Stay tuned to next episode where I figure out what's going on with this shifter and I start working on the rear structure. This is Daniel Chipman from the SUBIESICKNESS. Don't forget to live your dreams. I'm gonna miss it. It's been a long run. We've had some good times.